quiz. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 4 categories. Category 1, art and literature. Category 2, food and drink. Category 3, yes, science and nature. And category 4, general knowledge. So, without further ado, let's get started on the Kingsway Care quiz for this week. You know what? You know, I like you lot. Yeah, I do. I started, you know, really, I know you have your funny little ways and all, but you know, that's forgivable, isn't it? Come on then, I'm going to ease you in pretty gently with a round called Food and Drink. Yum yum. Food and drink. Oh, that's enough. All right, okay, so starting with question 1. And it's a beverage question, all right? The vast majority of so-called Trappist beers brewed in a monastery by monks are made in which country? The vast majority of so-called Trappist beers brewed in a monastery by monks are made in which country? I shall give you a clue. It is a European country, and I'm very fond of this kind of beer from this country. That's all I'm giving you. That's question 1. Question 2. The name for which fruit stems from the native Central American word for testicle. I'm not being rude. It's just scientific or whatever. Okay. So that's a native Central American word for testicle, this fruit. Okay. You might have it. You might not. That came out wrong. But never mind. Question 3. Introduced in 1929 and still popular today, which carbonated beverage contained the mood-stabilizing drug lithium until 1950? It's not the beverage you're thinking. It's not the drink you're thinking. Okay. It's a soft drink, and I'll give you that. And it's another clue. It's a soda pop. It's a soda pop, right? And that actually contained the mood stabilizing drug lithium until 1950. Would you believe it? Question 4. What would be on your plate if you ordered abalone in a restaurant? A-B-A-L-O-N-E. Abalone or abalone in a restaurant. A little clue. Sea otters. Love this. Consider it a delicacy. Sea otters. Okay. So what would you order? Question 5. The name for which a battle and test of endurance right, means fennel, the herb, when translated. Okay. The name for which famous battle and test of endurance means fennel, the herb, when translated. Okay? Think about it. I just did the test of endurance. Right, question 6. Now this is really easy. Okay? Only if you know it. Okay? The combination of star anise, cloves, fennel, cinnamon, and Sichuan pepper, okay, is commonly known as what? All right? Easy. The combination of star anise, cloves, fennel, cinnamon, and Sichuan pepper is commonly known as what? That was question 6. Question 7. Other than nutmeg, which other spice is obtained from the nutmeg tree? Question 7. Other than nutmeg, which other spice is obtained from the nutmeg tree? Okay? God. Nutmeg was, when I was a boy in about the 1640s, yeah, it was so expensive. It was just as expensive as gold. Nutmeg was. A little bit of history for you. Right, question 8. The name for which Indian curry dish prepared with pulses stems from the Sanskrit word meaning to split. Now, this curry is quite a simple dish, but it's a bit tricky to master the flavour really well, okay? But it's an Indian dish prepared with pulses and then stems from the Sanskrit word meaning to split. All right, okay, there's a little clue at the end where to split. Right. Question 9. With one word, complete the following quote from Charles de Gaulle. How can you govern a country which has 246 varieties of? I'll say that again. With one word, complete the following cloak. Oh, he did wear a cloak, didn't he? And a little kepi hat. Complete the following quote from Charles de Gaulle. How can you govern a country which has 246 varieties of? Yes. Yeah, you just written it down there. Okay. Question 10. What is the name of the Middle Eastern dip or spread usually made with chickpeas, sesame paste, garlic, lemon juice and salt? Come on. Come on. Okay. What is the name of the Middle Eastern dip or spread usually made with chickpeas, sesame paste, garlic, lemon juice and salt? And I normally get a shout from my son, either me and my wife, Mom, Dad, we're out of. Because he loves it. All right. That concludes your questions for the food and drink. The food and drink. Food and drink. Food and drink. You are going to love what I've got lined up for you in the old art and literature section. Okay, you're going to love these. Absolutely you are, because you're clever people, aren't you? You are. Okay, don't let anybody else say anything otherwise. All right, okay, so question 1, starting with this one. Which French artist born in 1834 is best known for his paintings of ballet dancers? Which French artist born in 1834 best known for his paintings of ballet dancers? I have a little story, but I'm not going to tell you yet. Okay, so that was question 1. Question 2, who wrote the novel Revolutionary Road, which was made into a successful feature film in 2008? I actually don't know this. Who wrote the novel Revolutionary Road, which was made into a successful feature film in 2008? Okay. Question 3. Who wrote The Prince, a famous work that redefined the beliefs of cynicism in the Italian Renaissance? Who wrote The Prince? It's a famous work that redefined the beliefs of cynicism in the Italian Renaissance. His surname is synonymous with sort of conniving, devious, and he's came out with some really, really corkers phrases. Yeah, exactly. Right. Question 4. In art, which British famous artist had himself tied to a mast of a ship so he could paint a storm? Now, this was a movie about 8 or 10 years ago. I think so, around about that. Yeah, it was a brilliant movie, and Tim Spall played this artist exceptionally well. Right, so that's the famous British artist had himself tied to a mast of a ship so he could paint a storm. That was question 4. Question 5, simple as this, school children stuff. Hamlet was the prince of which country? Hamlet was the prince of... There you go. And it's not Wales, okay? Hamlet was the prince of which country? Question 6. Which British Prime Minister was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature? Which British Prime Minister was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature? Think about it. Literature, he's a great writer, and I'm not going to tell you the rest. But there's not many could achieve what he did, okay? Had his faults like all of us, okay? That's all I'm saying. Question 7. Which artist is famous for his statue, The Thinker? Hey? Think about it. See what I did there? You see what I did. Right, that was question 7. All right, statue, The Thinker. Who's that? Now, question 8. What is the name of the anti-slavery novel written by American author Harriet Beecher Stowe in 1852? It's now probably a derogatory, well, it is a derogatory term, but it was an anti-slavery novel anyway, and it was written by American author Harriet Beecher Stowe in 1852. Think of the time. Think of the time. Probably pre-Civil War, American Civil War. Okay, right. Question 9 is my best French. Les Demoiselles d'Avignon, Weeping Woman, and Guernica are famous paintings by which modern artist? Modern artist, you're classing that as, 20th century, I would say. Yeah, well, definitely. Les Demoiselles d'Avignon, Weeping Woman, and Guernica, probably the most famous one, are famous paintings by which modern artist? And finally, question 10. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn were written by American author Samuel Langhorne Clemens, but by what name is he better known as? The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn were written by American author Samuel Langhorne Clemens, but what name is he better known as? That concludes your questions for the art and literature. I would see you in a minuto. Benuto. Welcome back. I'm Dave Taggart of Kingsway Care. I know that because it's on my shirt. There we go. Right. Okay, now it is science and nature. Science and nature. So let's get started on that particular thingy bob. All right. And question 1. Which endangered whale, also the source of ambergris, has the largest brain in the animal kingdom? Which endangered whale, also the source of ambergris, has the largest brain in the animal kingdom? That's probably because that's why it's endangered, because it's the source of ambergris. Okay. Now, when was the last time you ran out of the shops you've run out of ambergris? Just give them a break. All right, that's your question for question 1. Which endangered whale, also the source of ambergris, has the largest brain in the animal kingdom? Question 2. Right. And this is not an Eastern European boy band. Right. It's Blue Lacy, Chinook, Akita Inu, Dunker, Tosa, Barbet, Saluki, and Utonagan are all examples of what? I know you're going, I've got a few of them, but it's just basically, what are they? What are Blue Lacies, Chinooks, Akita Inus, Dunkers, Tosas, Barbets, Saluki, and Utonagan are all examples of? Yes. And now, how about these? Brown, spiny. Think about the what I'm saying. Brown, spiny, Norway, and black are all examples of which kind of animal? Brown, spiny, Norway, and black. Examples of what animal? That is question 3. Sorry. And question 4 is, what is? I used to love what they call it. The guy, the French guy. Anyway, I digress. Jacques Cousteau, yeah. What is the other name for a sea cow? Question 4. What is the other name for a sea cow? Question 5. Although it isn't edible, which tasty-sounding term has been given to uranium concentrate powder? Ooh. Although it isn't edible, which tasty-sounding term has been given to uranium concentrate powder? Obviously, you go anywhere near it, you deed. Okay, so shall I ask you? Yeah, I'll do that one again. Although it isn't edible, which tasty sounding term has been given to uranium concentrate powder? That is question 5. Question 6. Asian tiger, Anopheles, culex and yellow fever are all examples of what? Asian tiger, Anopheles, culex and yellow fever are all example of what? I think they all transmit something. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So that's your clue. Okay. Question 7. The name for which part or parts of the human body means little mouse when translated? Okay. The name for which part or parts of the human body means... There's quite a few of them in the human body as well. There's quite a few of these. And it means little mouse when translated. Good. Question 8. Which animal has the largest beak? Now, the back of your mind, you've heard this before. You might have had it in a pub quiz before or something like that. It's at the back of your mind. That's not a clue, by the way. I haven't got eyes in the back of my head. But which animal has the largest beak? Right? It's not what you think, or it is what you think. Question. That's as simple as that. That was question 8. Question 9. Which culinary word is used for a rooster that has been castrated before it reaches sexual maturity? 5 letters. 5 letters. And you hear this bandied around all the time. Yeah. Oh, I'll get one of that. I love those little... So which culinary word is used for a rooster that has been castrated before it reaches sexual maturity? Unfortunate creature. It's 5 letters. And finally, question 10. The name of which bird, a type of bird, can be a definition for the Greek root tachi? The Greek root tachi. Okay. The name of which type of bird can be a definition for the Greek root tachi? Okay. Right. Don't know about that, like. But that concludes your questions for science, and nature. General knowledge questions to finish off. Boom. That was terrible, wasn't it? So here's your general knowledge questions. 10 questions. Yeah. I'm going to give you some multiple choice here. Multiple choice, okay? General knowledge in a multiple choice thingy bob. Tick box. That's all we do these days. We tick boxes, don't we? We do. Okay, question 1. The library at Alexandria was the most famous of antiquity. Who destroyed the library at Alexandria? It wasn't me, right? Left a light on. So who destroyed the library at Alexandria? Was it the Christians, the Greeks, Romans, or Muslims? Who destroyed it? Christians, Greeks, Romans, or Muslims? I'll leave that with you. Okay. Now, question 2. The English Art Nouveau artist famously illustrated Morte d'Arthur, okay, and Oscar Wilde's Salome was Aubrey Beardsley, Sir John Millais, or William Morris. Who illustrated Morte d'Arthur and Oscar Wilde's Salome? Now, I know this artist, and he's a bit risque in his etches. Oh, yes. Was it Aubrey Beardsley? Was it Sir John Millais? And was it William Morris? Question 3. Technically termed lipids, they are more commonly referred to as enzymes, calories, narcotics, fats, or vegetables. What are lipids? Are they enzymes? Are they calories? Are they narcotics? Are they fats? Or are they vegetables? Think about it. All right. So question 4. Which verb does not mean to steal? Right. Which verb amongst this lot, I'm going to tell you, does not mean to steal? Purloin, prescribe, plunder, filch, pilfer. Which one is not to steal? Purloin, prescribe, plunder, filch, or pilfer. Some lovely Dickensian terms in there. Okay, Governor. Question 5. Question 5. Bizet was a French composer. True or false? Bizet was a French composer. Is it true or is it false? Question 6. Select the continent from the options which has the lowest internet access. Which continent in this section has the lowest internet access? Think about it. Is it Europe? Is it Australia, America, or Africa? Lowest internet access. Europe, Australia, America, or Africa? Okay. Question 7. Where is the Taj Mahal located in India? Where is the Taj Mahal in India? Is it in Delhi? Is it in Jaipur? Is it in Agra? Or is it in Varanasi? The Taj Mahal. Is it in Delhi, Jaipur, Agra, or Varanasi? That's question 7. Question 8. Which among the following is the world's largest lake? Right. Which among the following, which I'm going to tell you now, is the world's largest lake? Lake Baikal, Lake is it the Caspian? Okay, Caspian Sea. Is it Wola Lake or is it Lake Erie? I'll tell you those again. Lake Baikal, the Caspian Sea, Wola Lake or Lake Erie. Which is the largest lake in the world? Question 9. Who is known as the father of biology? The father of biology. Is it Galen, Aristotle, Socrates, or Avicenna? Avicenna? Is it the father of biology? Is it Galen, Aristotle, Socrates, or Avicenna? That's question 9. And question 10 to complete these general knowledge questions. Question 10. The Cathedral of Vasili the Blessed, commonly known as St. Basil's Cathedral, is located in which place? The Cathedral of Vasili the Blessed, commonly known as St. Basil's Cathedral, is located in which place? Is it London? Is it Kiev? Is it Moscow? Or is it St. Petersburg? London, Kiev, Moscow, or St. Petersburg? St. Basil's Cathedral. And that concludes your questions for the general knowledge. Think. Have a break. Just, make a tea, have a drink, gin and tonic, whatever you want to do. Have a little sandwich, 3-course meal, Uber Eats. There are your answers for the food and drink. There we are. Right. Okay. Now, question 1 was the Trappist beers. Where are they brewed? Which country are Trappist beers brewed? Of course, it's Belgium. Bravo, little Belgium. Bravo. I do like a Belgian beer. Not all the time, of course. Got a lovely local just that was the Foghorn. I'm not going to go on about it though. Okay, so not open at the moment, of course. So that was yes, that was Belgium for that. And question 2: the name for which fruit stems from the native Central American word for testicle. Excuse me, I just had too much avocado. What was it? The other. Yes, it's avocado. That's the native Central American word for testicle is avocado. Right, question 3. Introduced in 1929, this beverage is still popular today, and it contained the mood-stabilizing drug lithium until 1950. That is 7-Up. 7-Up! Get loaded! And calm down. So yeah, so that's 7-Up contained that. Now that thing about abalone, and the sea otters find that as a delicacy. What would be on your plate? Well, it's sea snails. That's what abalone is. Sea snails. Beautiful abalone. You can it's like a mother of pearl shell, and it's beautiful. Got all the translucent colours, and the guitars sometimes have abalone trim. Yeah, purfling and trim and stuff on the fretboard as well. It's beautiful. There you are. A little bit of insight there. Right, and question 6. That's the combination of star anise, cloves, fennel, cinnamon and Sichuan pepper. It was a clue. There was 5 spices. It's as simple as that. 5 spice powder. Chinese 5 spice powder. You got it. Jeez. Right. Question 7. That was the other than nutmeg, which other spices obtained from the nutmeg tree? That, of course, is mace. Mace, not the attack spray. No, not the defense attacks. Yeah, it's a different kind of mace, or is it? Don't know. Let's look it up. Google it. So that was that one. That was mace for the nutmeg tree. Question 8. That curry, okay, the name for which Indian curry dish prepared with pulses, it stems from the Sanskrit meaning to split. That's simple as that. It's dal, okay, a dal curry. Can pronounce D-A-L, D-H-A-L, D-A-A-L, or D-A-H-L. It all depends on the restaurant that you're in. And the region as well. Oh, right. Okay, question 9. With one word, complete the following quote from Charles de Gaulle. How can you govern a country which has 246 varieties of cheese? It's as simple as that. Cheese. There we are. Charles de Gaulle. And his cheese. That's a great quote, actually, about your own country. Brilliant. So, question 10, to complete your food and drink questions and answers. Question 10, the name of the Middle Eastern dip or spread usually made with chickpeas, sesame paste, which is a tahini, garlic, lemon juice and salt, of course, is hummus. Hummus, okay, which can be found all over the shop these days. So that concludes your food and drink questions. Welcome back to art and literature. There we are. Right, so here are the answers. Question 1. Which French artist, born in 1834, is best known for his paintings of ballet dancers? And that was Edgar Degas. Edgar Degas, or Degas, if you want to pronounce it that way. It's Edgar Degas. I had the privilege of on one of our tours to go to St. Petersburg, and I went to the Hermitage, and we had special dispensation to see a very small room with all these art pieces, which were the Nazis actually had confiscated them from in various houses, and the Russians took them. So they were like, this room was a separate state, and we had and we went to see them, and it's very emotional. And the famous one where she's tying her shoe, the Degas one, is only that big, and it just blows your mind. It just absolutely blows your mind. But never mind, I digress. Question 2. The novel Revolutionary Road, which was made into a successful feature film in 2008, is by Richard Yates. So have you got that, didn't you? Question 2, Richard Yates. Question 3, who wrote The Prince, a famous work that redefined the beliefs of cynicism in the Italian Renaissance? All right, okay. And that is Niccolo Machiavelli. So if you're Machiavellian, you're scheming, you're this, you're that. It's like, whoa. Yeah, he's a very intelligent man, Machiavelli, but quite a cruel person. And his thoughts, his thinking. The famous question 4, the famous British artist that himself tied to a mast of a ship so he could draw a storm. What's going on there? Like, that is, of course, J.M.W. Turner. That is Turner, famous for his seascapes, and Tim Spall played him perfectly. Unbelievable. I've met Tim quite a few times, and he's a he's a funny guy. He's a great bloke. And I'm not saying it. Right, question 6. That wait a minute. Question 5. That's right. Question 5. The Prince Hamlet was the prince of which country? I'm getting ahead of myself now. Question 5. Hamlet was the prince of which country? He was the prince of Denmark. Something is rotten in the state of Denmark. That's it. Denmark. Hamlet, Denmark. Right, and getting to question 6. The British Prime Minister who was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for Literature. That was Winston Churchill. Yes, he was. I mean, he wrote some very, very hefty tomes. And what an orator. I didn't want to say orator in the clues because that would just give it away. He was a great statesman. Not a great favourite with working class people at times, but he got people through the war single-handedly, apparently. Right, so that's Winston Churchill, one of our great statesmen. Question 7. Which famous artist is famous for his statue, The Thinker? That's Auguste Rodin. Auguste Rodin. Doesn't matter if you didn't get Auguste. If you got Rodin, R-O-D-I-N, that is fine by me, okay? And everybody else here. They'll all tell you. Okay, question 8. The anti-slavery novel written by American author Harriet Beecher Stowe in 1852, that was Uncle Tom's Cabin. And the reason I said it's derogatory, because an Uncle Tom reference, yeah, there you go. Uncle Tom's Cabin. Question 9. Les Demoiselles d'Avignon, Weeping Woman, and Guernica are famous paintings by which modern artist? That's Pablo Picasso. Pablo Picasso. Question 9. And finally, question 10. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn were written by American author Samuel Langhorne Clemens. By what name is he better known as? That's of course Mark Twain. And he got the name from the Mississippi boatmen when they were doing the depth, right? They were getting the depth of like the distance, the boat to the riverbed. They'd put a rope down with knots and stuff like that. So, and they'd be shouting, "Mark Twain, Mark Twain," and that's when he was a lad. He was just sitting on the riverbank, and he thought, right, when they're shouting Mark Twain, I'll use that as a pseudonym. And that concludes your questions and answers for the art and literature section. Indeed, like I said before, here are your answers for the science and nature. Right, the endangered white whale, a source of ambergris and has the largest brain in the animal kingdom, is altogether sperm whale. Very good, very good. Simple as that, sperm whale. Now, not an Eastern European boy band, but Blue Lacy, Chinook, Akita, Inu, Dunker, Tosa, Barbet, and Saluki and Utonagan are all examples of dog breeds. But you knew that. There's a few doggy people amongst you. Woof, woof. Right, and question 3. Brown, spiny, Norway and black are all examples of what kind of animal? Species of rat. Eh? You wouldn't like a spiny one after you, would you? Eh? Oh, you spiny rat. You spiny little rat. Right, that was that one. They're all species of rat. Now, 4. What is the other name for sea cow? Jacques Cousteau. I used to love that when I was a kid. I just, you know, it just took you. And I mean, they were far ahead of, you know, all this ecology and you know, environmental disaster. They were on it then. And they told us, they tried to tell us. And of course, the other name for a sea cow is manatee. And I do believe they're in Florida, aren't they, manatees? Yeah, the big sort of, they're in the water and they get carved up by these nut jobs in speedboats and all that, you know. Anyway, that's manatee is a sea cow. That's question 4. Question 5. Although it isn't edible, which tasty sounding term has been given to uranium concentrate powder? That is yellow cake. Yellow cake. Please tell me what it's for. Okay? Please tell me what it's for. Please tell me now. Ba-doom. Right. Question 6. Right. Okay. Asian tiger, Anopheles, Culex, and yellow fever are all example of mosquito. Mosquito. Okay. Said they transmit something. That's normally disease. Well, that's mosquito for question 6. Question 7. The name of which part or parts of the human body means little mouse when translated? That is muscle, from the Latin musculus. That is simple as that. Little mouse. Muscle, from the Latin musculus. There we are. You learn something every day. Taggart, stop looking out the window. Look, the girls playing hockey. I mean, you should have studied a bit more. Right, now, 8. Question 8. Which animal has the largest beak? That is a giant squid. But there's quite a lot of you knew that, because it is one of those famous questions that get asked again and again and again. So that's the giant squid has the largest beak. Question 9. The culinary word used for a rooster which has been castrated before it reaches sexual maturity. 5 letters. Capon. Simple as that. That's why I said it's bandied around. Oh yeah, we had capon. It was what? Oh, on me plate. Right, so there you go. That's capon for question 9. Question 10, which I still don't even understand, because I collate the questions, but I don't look for them myself. The name of which type of bird can be a definition for the Greek root tachi, or tachi, is swift. Swift. It's as simple as that. And that concludes your science and nature section. Thank you. Arigato. General knowledge, answers. And here they are. The library at Alexandria, who destroyed it? And it wasn't us, it wasn't me, it was the Muslims. Oh, go on, I was blaming the Muslims. Okay, but it was. The Caliph reasoned that all knowledge necessary to man was contained in the Quran. Well, yeah, it would, wouldn't he? You don't need anything else. It's all here in the Quran. There we are. So they destroyed the lighthouse at Alexandria. But you know what? Who's to say? Could have been an electrical fault. Question 2. Which English Art Nouveau artist famously illustrated Morte d'Arthur and Oscar Wilde's Salome? That was, of course, Aubrey Beardsley. If you have ever seen any of Beardsley's work, how risque. Okay? I do think he stayed in Brighton for a while, but just opposite St Anne's Wells. If my memory's not my memory, but I think there's a plaque there. Okay, right. So question 3. Answer to question 3. Technically termed lipids, they are most commonly referred to as fats. Lipids are fats. I had a blood test a couple of times, and I thought, what are lipids? Is there something wrong with me lipids? But I was explained. They said, no, you thick northerner. It's nothing. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. They're okay. So that's lipids. Anyway, so that's fat. They're referred to as fats. Question 4. Which verb does not mean to steal? Between the purloin, prescribe, plunder, filch and pilfer, that's prescribe, because it means to banish, outlaw or exile. To prescribe. Proscribe, not prescribe. Proscribe. Okay, so that's that one, proscribe. But you all got that. He's been filching, sir, and I caught him pilfering the old purloin. Prescribe. Bizet was a French composer. Well, that's true. He was. Alright. Question 6. Select the continent from the options which has the lowest internet access. That is what you thought it would be. It's Africa. Okay, has the lowest internet access. Okay, that's what you thought, and you put that down, and you got that correct. Okay, so question 7, the Taj Mahal is located in, well, you know that, in Agra. Okay, one of the oldest quiz questions in the world. So the Taj Mahal is in Agra. Question 8, the world's largest lake. I won't, it's actually the Caspian Sea. That's it. I'll put you out your misery straight away. The Caspian Sea. All right, so don't be fooled by the word sea, because it's massive, but it's a lake. It's a lake. Question 9. The father of biology, without a shred of a doubt, is Aristotle. I used to love the Monty Python, the philosopher's song. Aristotle was a for the bottle, and Eisenstein was a beery swine. I drink, therefore I am. So, question 9 was Aristotle. And to conclude your general knowledge questions and answers, the Cathedral of Vasily the Blessed, is commonly known as St. Basil's Cathedral, and it's located in Moscow, in Moskva. It's not located in London or Kiev or St. Petersburg. It is in Moscow, without a shred of a doubt. And that concludes your general knowledge questions and answers. Thank you very much for watching. Okay, and we'll be along very shortly with the Kill the Question.
Hey there, Papa, kill a question, Papa.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to answer the question. Mr. Bond.
Which actor played James Bond in You Only Live Twice? Which actor played James Bond in You Only Live Twice, Mr. Bond?
Well, Papa, that concludes your killer question.
Thank you. Goodbye.